Are you ready to learn? Because my super experienced guests are ready to share some really valuable information. Make sure and listen all the way to the end to get help and support. So let's start with the best audio experience.
How to build your personal brand. It's very important today because if you have personal brand, you can grow any brand. We know great examples like Elon Musk. I think he doesn't need any marketing because he's marketing, just to tweet anything about Tesla or SpaceX. And today I'm so excited to discuss this topic with Markeith Braden. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, we chatted a little bit before the podcast. So yeah, I share that it depends on positive mindset. If you have them, everything will be fine. Before we start, just tell more about your experience, background, and why you decided to share with us about building personal brand, even more building personal brand business.
Yeah, I'm Markeith Braden from Nashville, Tennessee, born and reared right here in Nashville. And I have been in business since 2014, April the 4th of
Mhm.
2014 to be exact, because that was a day that I was laid off my corporate job. I was laid off in April of 2014. And that was the day I decided to make the transition from corporate into entrepreneurship. And that's also the day I decided that I wanted to pursue my dream of becoming a speaker, coach, and consultant. And so we fast forward these last 7 years, and I sit here today as a podcast host of two shows, the Empower Show as well as Maximize Your Brand with Markeith Braden, a speaker who has traveled the country, speaking on stages, helping others who were in my situation in 2014, who have a desire to transition from corporate 9 to 5 into a speaking, coaching, or consulting business, leveraging their personal brand, and then also do some consulting for nonprofits around virtual events and digital marketing. And it's just been an exciting time to be an entrepreneur, to learn, to grow, to experience the ups and the downs of entrepreneurship, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Nice, love it. Love your experience. Can you tell about your feeling when you got this news about laid off that you can't work in this company? And of course, you had dream, and many people, including someone in my network, are dreaming about and starting their startups to create companies to go ahead with that. But it's hard, and I know from personal experience I had two terrible experience. The first one in 2008 when the world crisis destroyed my financial company. I lost everything, even more. I got debts like 3,000 average salaries in Ukraine, a lot. So I worked 5 years so hard to get them back. But I got experience how to overcome these obstacles. That's why I'm interested. You got this news, terrible news, but you had a dream. And for me, all problems like this can lead you in much better life,
Right.
and the best decisions are created when you have such terrible situations. Tell more about this news and how you decided to find new way.
Yeah, I think that we're all called to a specific assignment in life. And even though I was working in the corporate environment, I always had this unsettling within me around that there was more to life than what I was currently doing. There was more to life than going to the 9 to 5 and giving another company, another organization all of my time. And so before I even got laid off, I started the process of investigating and learning how do I transition into that in which I love doing. And I've always enjoyed speaking. I am a speaker who coaches and who consults. So the very first thing that I ever wanted to do was to launch a speaking business and to inspire others to realize their greatest potential in their lives so that they can realize more for themselves. And so as the time came when I got laid off, I had a decision to make. And I actually shared this yesterday because I'm doing 31 days of gratitude on social media during the month of November. And that is that I decided to bet on myself. I
Nice.
decided to bet on my skills and my gifts in order to create opportunity for myself. And the best way that I knew how to do that was to really focus on my personal brand and focus on what I wanted to be known for in the marketplace. And that's really how I got started, by first believing in myself and not doubting that it was possible for me to create a business around my skills, my talents, and my abilities.
Nice, nice. Okay, let's talk about creating the right strategy. Uh, uh, from my personal experience, I can see when you have some doubts that you can't, it's hard to go ahead. You can fail. For example, I had a few beliefs that I can achieve results, but I failed. No, it doesn't matter. I got experience and I could overcome these obstacles to find much better way. And in 2013, the Ukrainian revolution destroyed my second business.
Mm.
So, but luckily at that time I didn't have any debts, and I found much better way where I'm in now. I'm interested about creating the right strategy. Can you tell, for example, if someone started from scratch without any experience, knowledge, skills, and I'm pretty sure that anyone start from scratch, including Elon Musk. So, what to do in the first stage if someone wanna build audience and create brand awareness?
Yeah, I think that it's not strategy first, but it's self awareness first.
Mhm.
What is it that you're good at? What are the things that come natural to you but hard to other people? I always start with these 3 to 4 questions with clients of mine. And that question number one is, what is it that you love doing so much that you would do it even if you didn't get paid to do it? What is it that
Yeah,
you love doing so much that while doing that thing, you lose track of time? What is it that you love doing so much that when you do it, you know that it's easy for you to do, but hard for other people?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Go ahead.
being self aware is really the first step, because you want to align yourself with the thing that is most innate and natural to you. You don't want to align with something that is going to be a task or a druther to get going. You want to align with what's most naturally innate to your gifts and your talents, because you can't really go wrong when you are operating in your strengths. And so I like to always give those first 3 questions to my clients who are really thinking about, how do I really begin to create opportunity for myself, leveraging that in which I already know I do well and
I
have
love
passion
it.
for as well.
Yeah, and for me, I
Mhm.
think passion is more important than your I don't know, like quality of job. For example, if I'm passionate about filming, so for me it doesn't matter if I'm have zero skills, because passion can help to be
Mhm.
consistent, to go ahead, to overcome this obstacle.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, yeah, it's better to do something where you are not waiting when you get payment. For example, the best advice that I got online to film 100 bad videos. So just
Mhm.
film 100 bad videos, because everyone is talking about quality. You need to create high quality content, but how to do it if you have no experience with that? If you started from scratch, but when you film 100 bad videos, you can overcome these
Mhm.
obstacles to get experience, to get confidence, to be perseverant, to achieve results. And
Right.
PewDiePie filmed
Mhm.
100 videos to get only 285 subscribers. Right
Mhm.
now, he has 100 million subscribers. Mr. Beast filmed videos for over an year and a half to get only 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
And we know about Mr. Beast. So, it's literally impossible to create high quality content without experience.
Mhm.
But if you get this experience, you can improve a little bit, step by step, your
Step by
quality
step.
and and get much higher results. Let's talk about, for example, if someone knows the passion, and for me, passion is more important than best practices because, for example, I failed when I was trying to replicate others their strong sides. If someone is good with video, I filmed and got no way. I can't get achieve the same results because it's not my strong side. So let's talk about finding the right strategy on social media. Your tips, how to find it, what kind of content to create to build your personal brand.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the first steps is to identify what medium works best for you. So for example, I stated that I'm a speaker who consults and who coaches. So because I am a speaker and because I have that gift and ability to speak before an audience and have that gift and ability to be able to tell story, I knew that the marketing tool that would be best for me was going to be podcasting or live streaming, which I do both today. And so one of the first things is identifying what's going to be your primary marketing tool. Will it be blogging? Will it be podcasting? Will it be podcasting audio only? Will it be podcasting video? You really have to determine, what's going to be the best outlet for you in order for people to experience you, in order for people to see you as an influencer, and in order for people to see you as the go-to person for your niche.
Yeah.
So that,
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So that's one of the first things that you would want to think about. One of the other things that you want to think about in the beginning is, who are you speaking to? Who's that avatar? Who's that person that you're talking to on the other side of the microphone? I'm speaking to high-level career professionals who have a desire to transition from their 9-to-5 job into coaching, speaking, or consulting. So I'm looking for those individuals who they are high achievers, they've climbed the corporate ladder, but now they want to leverage their knowledge and expertise as a speaker, as a coach, or a consultant. So you want to be clear on who you're speaking to as well, because that's important so that you know what kind of content you need to create so that you understand who you're talking to on the other side of your marketing so that it resonates with those individuals so that you can really hone in on what the needs are, what the pain points are of those avatars. And so those two things I think are very important. Who are you talking to or marketing to or targeting? And then how will you get that information to them? Will it be through blogging? Will it be through video? Will it be through podcasting audio? Or will it be through a written book or physical events? You have to know your audience in order to know how to properly market to them.
Yeah, awesome. But let me add something. For example, I've learned my audience. I can assume that I understand my audience. But I see one thing that many content creators ignore. They ignore being yourself. For example, okay, I understand pain points of my audience, but if I need to create content that is not related to me, that is far away from my behavior, I'm not sure that I can create interesting, excitement, quality content. And can you share about the power of being yourself, how to stand out from the rest? Because it's a big issue. Many content creators copy others. For example, on TikTok, if someone wanna dance and get million views. But if I'm not good with dancing, how I can achieve this audience? If I'm not good with singing, I don't need to do it. Even we have many great examples on TikTok who don't dance, who don't sing, but they get million views because of being themselves. Can you tell more about that? For example, okay, I understand pain points, but in the end, I wanna be myself and share insights about me that can help and lead others in the right direction.
Yeah, it's a great question. Very great question. One of the great things I love about personal branding is that personal branding is personal. It allows you to be authentic to who you really are. It allows you the opportunity to attract people to your personality, to your way of doing things. Personal branding allows you to align with the things and align with the opportunities that best fit who you are and align with the people who align with you as well. And so being authentic on these platforms is so important because we have so many people who are not necessarily authentic, but they're doing the things that are shiny, the shiny object syndrome, to attract people. But ultimately, your personal brand, I like to say, is who you are. Your personal brand is the character of who you are. Your personal brand will attract other individuals who are aligned with the character of who you are. So you want to be authentic and be someone who is relatable and be someone who has no problems being able to be transparent and share more of yourself with people so that they can properly connect with you.
Yeah, yeah, love it. We have the question about promote your brand on YouTube channel. Can
Mhm.
you tell about specific, if we are talking about YouTube, what
Yeah.
kind of content to create to build your personal brand on YouTube?
So that's a great question, and thank you for asking. When you think about YouTube, if you really do research, you know everyone has their specific niche for which they want to be known for, and so you have to go back to the foundation. What is it that you want to be known for? What problems do you solve for other people? Who are you the Tylenol for? If you are the Tylenol to a specific person or specific pain, who is that for? And so when you really look at the various YouTube channels that are performing well, they really have a niche audience and they speak to a specific problem. So let's say, for example, you're a trainer and you're a trainer specifically for men over 40 to help them to see a six pack abs. Well, your YouTube channel would be filled with content on helping men over 40 how to lose body fat, how to get a six pack, what nutrition types of foods to eat that don't put on more body fat. So you want to be creating content that solves the pain point for those men over 40 to get a six pack because that's their ultimate transformation. They want to see a six pack after they're 40 versus being in their, because they're no longer in their 20s or their 30s. And so you always want to start at the foundation. What niche do I want to speak on? Who am I the Tylenol for? What pain do I resolve for other people? And then you want to create your content around that.
Yeah, let's talk about another aspect that stop many content creators even don't start, because uh, uh, they can't create perfect content, perfect video, and I don't know really, guys. I don't know how to create it. I filmed a lot of videos. Many of them are terrible. Some of them are good, and I got some attention. But in the end, I don't know about perfect content anything. But
Mhm.
it stops many content creators. I found interesting study that 50% of content creators don't record the second podcast. Then
Mm.
they don't film the second video. They don't write the second article because they can't get results with the first one. Guys, really, tell me, if you're talking about kids, when they make the first step, they they fail. It's they can't run after the first step. If they say the first word, so yeah, it takes time to speak in the right way. So let's talk about patience. Can you tell how to go ahead with patience? Because so I know some content creators who couldn't get results for 6 months without any likes, comments, but they didn't give up, just create, create, create. In
Mhm.
some time, they deserve attention, recommendations, results. How to be patient when you have no results or low results in the long run?
Yeah, another great question. I think that you have to know that this is a journey. Nobody's an overnight success. That a lot of times when we see successful people, we're seeing their chapter 20, but you're trying to compare your chapter 1 to their chapter 20. And
Yeah.
what's the difference between them and you is that they just remain consistent. They just decided that this is what I want to do, and I'm going to learn from every mistake and from every success, and I'm going to keep going. Speaking of podcasting, the average podcaster does not get beyond the sixth episode. I, on my podcast, the Maximize Your Brand podcast, am on episode 205. How? Because I just decided to be consistent. I decided to keep going. I decided to not give up just because I don't see the results that I want from the very beginning. That you have to be consistent in creating the content that you desire to create to help other people, regardless whether or not it gets the result that you currently want. But eventually, like they call compound interest, you have the compound effect of continuing to produce content. You never know who's watching. You never know who might pick up something from something that you created that you may not have gotten a lot of likes or engagement on. I know a colleague of mine, she has a very lucrative contract with another coach because she was creating content on Twitter. And this particular coach saw that content on Twitter and ultimately ended up contracting with her because of that one piece of content. So you
Nice.
never know who may be looking and who may need what you have to offer. So content, content, content is the best thing you could ever make an investment in.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. By the way, I think it's the wrong vision. Never give up.
Mhm.
You can give up if you don't like what you do.
Yeah.
If it hurts your feeling, if you doesn't feel good, and for me, it's better to give up and find something else. Because, for example, if I decided to write, I feel passion, but if I write a lot and then feel I can't get results, it takes time, it's hard work, and if it hurts my feeling, give
Mhm.
up, find something else. Because many content creators burn out in some time. For example, if I play ping pong, I can play ping pong every single day. I'm not waiting when someone will pay money for my hobby. It's hobby. It's like watching TV. You can people watch 6 hours TV a day, and are not waiting when someone will pay money for their hobby to watch TV. Even more, they pay money to watch TV, for these awesome movies, programs. So for me, it's more important to, if you choose some way, you need to love it. Without love, without
Yeah,
passion,
that's good.
you can't achieve results. And many content creators, they chase money,
Mhm.
quick results. I don't know how to get them. It takes time, it really takes time. Okay, let's talk about consistency. You mentioned
Mm.
consistency. Can you tell what does it mean? Because, for example, I see two different ways of consistency, like Gary Vee. he shares, you need to post as maximum as possible to engage with others every single day without any stop. I know many great book authors usually write plus 1,000 words a day without any excuses. It's their job. But many people, can't do something in one day. They find excuses. Okay, I have a party. I need to go to this party. I need to take a few beers with my friends. Something like this. Your tell how to be consistent and how many pieces of content to create every single day. And what do you mean about consistency?
Yeah. Consistency has more to do with what you have decided to do on a regular basis to get the result that you ultimately want. That one guru may say post 3 times a day. Another guru may say post once every day. Whatever you decide is going to be consistency for you is the right answer. So, for example, my podcast, I said every Wednesday or Thursday, depending on what's going on, I will have a brand new episode. I've been podcasting since 2015. I said I have over 200 episodes. So, not necessarily without fail, because some months it doesn't work that way. But for the majority of that time, I have posted every single Wednesday. I started with one episode, and today I have 205 episodes. So
Have you passed one day?
Yes, I've missed some days. I've missed some weeks, but I never stopped. I never stopped. I like this saying that the only difference between a person who has a PhD and a person that doesn't is that they just simply went to school longer. They may not
Yeah.
be smarter than you. They may not be more engaging than you. They may not necessarily be the genius that you are, but they have a PhD because they were willing to go to school longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. I often get the question from my audience, what actually works today? For me, it's hard to reply to this question because I don't know what actually works. It
Mhm.
depends on your strong side,
Right.
on your value that you can help and support others. And I can reply to this question the same. It's a broad question. I think if you help and support others share value, it works. So yeah, just find what actually can provide something new, unique. uh, can you tell from your experience how to find your strong side? It's not only about strong side. How to find piece of content or type of content that will work in the long run? You're unmute. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it goes back to those 3 questions. What do you love doing so much that it comes easy to you but hard for other people? What do you love doing so much that you lose track of doing it? What is that you love doing so much that you do it for free but you could get paid to do it? You really want to hone in on that aspect so that you can be clear on what it is that you do. You want to have crystal clear vision on what it is that you love and have passion to do so that you can create a business around that and so that you can fully understand how you will show up in the world. You've got to be crystal clear on that piece. You got to be crystal clear because we all have something that's unique to us. That's important to note. We all have something that's unique to us that nobody can do it like you can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Nobody can do it like you can do it.
Nice. I have the question about common mistakes. Can you list a list of mistakes that people still do, and your tips how to find much better way.
Yeah. So remember this: practice makes better, not perfect. Practice makes better. And so mistakes only come to make you better. Challenges only come to make you better. Obstacles only come to make you better, to make you step back for a second and do an inventory of what went well and what didn't go so well. And if you're willing to take inventory and learn from those lessons. So too many of us take take for granted the opportunity to learn from our lessons, and we just take it as a failure. Well, there are no failures in life unless you accept them as failures versus learning from the challenge and implementing or pivoting in a way that helps us solve the problem.
Yeah.
Practice makes better, not perfect.
Mhm.
Nobody's perfect. Practice makes better, not perfect.
Yeah. And by the way, about the question perfect, guys, it's impossible to be perfect. It's
Mhm.
impossible to achieve it. But you can have the goal to improve day by day with
Yes.
consistency. If you do something, you can improve. You can be better than others. You can better than many of your competitors to
Mhm.
get more engagement, but you never will be perfect. So perfect, yeah, it doesn't exist, So I remember when Seth Godin shared interesting insights that he stopped reading reviews of his books on Amazon since 2011 because of negative feedback. He replied, I don't need to know that someone doesn't like my books. So
Mhm.
you
That's
can't
true.
satisfy anyone. You can create content that satisfy all people because we are different. But you can find your audience. You can find your loyal audience by with consistency that we mentioned a lot about that.
Yes.
I have the question about your background. I see a lot of books there. Can you tell me what kind of books you love to read and how they can
Yeah.
help you? Because it's my passion to read books.
Yeah.
I spend some time by reading books. For me, books are the best format of content because of foundation of skills. I love them. List your recommendations of by reading books.
Yeah, I love to read. I've always been a reader. One of my favorite quotes about reading is reading gives you somewhere to go when you have to stay where you are. I'll say that again. Reading gives you some place to go when you have to stay where you are. And when it comes to some books that really have helped me in my entrepreneurial journey, I love Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, because it's just working on your mindset. Entrepreneurship, I say, is about 90% mindset, 10% implementation and work. That you really have to work on your mindset around money, around business, in order to really be successful. Another book that I love to recommend is a book by, well, I like these series of books from the ClickFunnels founder, Mr. Brunson. He has Expert Secrets, Traffic Secrets, and .com Secrets. Those three books really teach you how to properly market yourself, market your business. Really talks about how to really learn what it means to connect with the right audience so that they will purchase from you. Another book I really love around the personal development space is Success Principles by Jack Canfield. That's a really good book that gives you tried and true principles of success. Another book that I enjoy reading, or that I enjoy reading, is really a book that I'm actually reading right now called um, Fast Lane Money, $1 Million Fast Lane, $1 Million Fast Lane. And he talks about in this particular book how many individuals who were able to hit the multi-million-dollar status by spending their time creating businesses that they ultimately were able to sell, or that they were ultimately able to scale exponentially, and to escape the rat race of the 9 to 5. That many of the people who we see are successful today, they created businesses that they were able to scale quickly, or that they were able to sell after they made it very valuable. And the last book I will share, I want to share another business book that I really enjoyed. I think it would have to be 4 Hour Work Week. 4 Hour Work Week just really helps you to shift your mind around business and how you can create a business and place the right systems in place that remove you from working in the business to working on the business.
Nice. Awesome. Awesome. And for me, I don't believe in hard work. I believe in easy work. Easy work means when you do something that you love.
Right.
If you do something what you love, you can work like Elon Musk, 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day, because you love it. So you focus on something that brings happiness. And for me, success depends not about achieving some high positions. Success depends on enjoying the process, because you in the process to enjoy all the time, each moment. Okay, sometimes we are not satisfied, sometimes we have some frustration. That's okay. But
Yeah.
if you enjoy the process, if you go ahead, it's not because I read a few books about people who achieved strong positions and they felt miserable after that, because they achieved their deadlines, they achieved something. And what's next? Okay, you have money, you have wealth, but it's better to enjoy the process of doing something. It's my
Yeah.
attitude. So that's why I can work like 12 hours a day, because I love it. No, nobody can
Yeah.
stop me on that.
That's good.
And and we have the question from Tatiana. She's active today. When our passion and loving of something will help us to earn much money? Yeah, good question. What do you think?
Yeah. Your passion and loving of something can help you make money. But here's the thing, that it's not enough to be passionate, and it's not enough to love something. You also have to learn how to build a business around that, how to have the right business model that will help you to build a business of what you love and that you have passion for. And so there are certain universal laws and skills per se that will help you to do that in partnership with your passion, in partnership with what you love. So you want to make an investment in yourself. Say that again. Make an investment in yourself with someone who's doing what it is that you want to do on the level that you want to do it on. I'll say that
Yeah,
again. Invest in yourself by maybe hiring you a coach or working with a mentor who is doing what it is that you want to do on the level that you want to do it on.
nice, awesome, awesome. I have the final question.
Hmm.
Let's imagine you started from scratch without any experience, knowledge, skills. You have now two awesome podcasts. You have no
Mhm.
experience to work for others. You have no experience of coaching. But what will you do today if you started completely from scratch about how to build your personal brand business?
Yeah. As a person of faith, I always read the Bible and grab hold of scriptures. There's a scripture, uh, Hebrews, and it says, "Write the vision and make it plain." The first thing you should do is to sit down and take time out to type out, write out, what does the vision look like for you 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Clearly state what the vision is. For me, 5 years from now, the vision for Markeith Braden and Company is to be $1 million educational coaching and consulting business. That's the vision.
Nice.
But then you want to connect your why. Why do you want that? I want that because my mother is in retirement and I want to be able to help her financially if need be in her senior years. My why is that I have a niece who at some point will ultimately want to go to college or go to a trade school, or maybe her parents want to put her in private school and maybe they may not can afford it, but I want to be able to be the uncle who can assist my brother in making sure that his daughter gets the best education. My why is I love to travel and experience new countries and new regions of the world. And in order to do that, you got to have finances. So, building a multi-million-dollar business will help me to be able to travel the world. So, you got to have a vision. What is the vision that you have? I want to make greater impact on the next generation and teaching them how to harness their gifts and talents to build a business as a full-time entrepreneur or to build a business while still also working a 9 to 5. So you've got to have a clear vision of what it is that you want and then create the strategy of how you will get there. And then you have to trust the process. Trust the process.
Yeah, love it, love it. Yeah, I love all your insights. So valuable. Tell our audience if someone wanna get more, learn from you, follow you, get new tips. What is the best way to follow, to connect with you? Yeah, share
Yeah.
about your.
Yeah, you can connect with me on Instagram at Markeith Braden. That's MarkeithBraden. That's also on Facebook and Twitter at Markeith Braden on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So I have that handle for all of those major platforms. And also, I want to extend, I have a free PDF that I'd like to share with your audience. And it's called Shift Your Brand Stages. And I'm going to look for that link real quick. Yeah, Shift Your Brand Checklist. And it's just a checklist of things to think about if you're interested in shifting your brand into an opportunity where you're creating a personal brand business. And all you have to do is go to my website, markeithbraden.com/SYB checklist. That's markeithbraden.com/SYB checklist. And I'm actually going to put that in. Um, I'm going to put that in the chat here. I'm not sure if you all will see it on the live, but I'll type that in the chat. Shift your brand checklist, and I'll post the link there, and you'll
Yeah,
have that. So you can, yes, reach out to me via my website at markeithbraden.com or on any social media platform, preferably Instagram at Markeith Braden, MarkeithBraden.
Nice. By the way, you can send the link to your Instagram. I'll send it to this episode because I have Facebook, LinkedIn. your website. I'll add checklist, and yeah, send me Instagram link. I'll add to the
Sure.
podcast
So social
episode.
media channels at Markeith Braden, at Markeith Braden on all social media platforms.
Okay, guys, you can find the link in the description below. Listeners on Apple, Google, Spotify. Thanks again for your time. A big pleasure. Welcome back anytime back to share more valuable insights. Guys, you need to follow. You need to learn. You need to get this checklist because you can see a lot of value. Okay, guys, love you. See you.